It has been exactly 1 year since I had uploaded the 2023 video. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you do, or else some of this video won't exactly make sense. These videos are mainly time capsules for me to talk about whatever I want every year. Every December 22nd, I will upload an unlisted video titled This Year, and I will talk about whatever I want. Whether I reminisce about the past, talk about the future, talk about how I'm feeling now, just whatever I did this year and how everything's going. And I've been thinking about this video a lot over time. I've been really wanting to make this, but these past few days I've been working on it. I just can't make it. I don't know why. This is simply a video where I can talk about whatever I'd like, and I can't. Part of me just feels like making these kinds of videos aren't worth it. They just feel kind of pointless, but I don't know. I'll still say something so I can look back at it 2-3 years from now and be like, oh man, I really miss those times, you know? So I'll talk about how this year went. This year was a bumpy road. A lot of stuff has happened, a lot of new stuff. You know, I've had a lot of fun times, but I've also had kind of a few bad times. I've been going outside more, whether it's with my parents, friends, or going other places like therapy. I think things have been definitely getting better by the end of this year, but I would say throughout this year it's been a bit much. But a lot of things have happened this year. You know, there's the videos I uploaded, you know, Quiplash, The Void, Long Video Roulette, you know. One thing I do wish is for Long Video Roulette to get more recognition, because the Void video got like over 250,000 views, and I'm not upset by that. That's cool, you know. I'm glad that I made a video and I was able to express my thoughts on it, and I was able to get somewhere, you know. But Long Video Roulette feels like it hasn't gotten that much recognition. I feel like that's a video that is a lot better. You know, I mean, obviously it is. Compared to the Void video, Long Video Roulette is a lot better, but not enough people have seen it. You know, the video only has like 9,000 views as of making this, or 8,000. And, you know, I kind of wish it got more recognition, because it's something that I hold close to me. Because obviously, the Void video and Long Video Roulette, those are both pretty close things of mine throughout the years. Unlike the Password Game video or like Quiplash, all of those other videos I made, they're not something super precious to me, but they're still good. I still love them. I don't love all of them equally, but I do like them a fair amount. I don't have anything that I generally dislike, aside from the Quiplash video. I feel like out of the last 6 videos I've made, you know, up to video essays, I think my Quiplash video is probably the worst. It's not bad, but it's just But I feel like the major things that I've done are just in my best work playlist, which was something I created a month or two ago, and it just includes all of the content I've made that I am pretty much proud of. Because if you look through my unlisted videos playlist, you'd think all of those videos is like, oh, that's so cool, you know, I bet I'm proud of making them, but not really. I don't care too much about some of the videos I make, but the ones that I do, they get a special place, you know, in my best work, and I suppose this video will go in there too if I like this video enough, or if I'm proud of this video enough, and maybe I will, and maybe I am, I don't know. It's just been hard for me to make this video and sit down and just talk about whatever. It sounds like such an easy thing to do, but it's not for me. I don't know why, I'm always that way. But forget about that, I want to talk about other stuff now. You know, let's reminisce about the past, right? Pain V2, right? I said in the 2023 video that the Pain V2 completion would be 2 years ago. It has now been 3 years since that has came by, and that's really weird to me. I point out Pain V2 a lot and like around those times, but I feel like that's because that's like the best point I feel like I've had in my life. I mean, that sounds kind of sad considering I've been like mentally online, but at that time, you know, there was Pain V2, there was Merge, there was Christmas, right? I had VR, which I'll get into in a minute. Left 4 Dead, whether it was Tank Run or other stuff, you know, Daybreak was such a really good thing. I really love looking back at that. That gives me a lot of like nostalgia. And I think it's weird that the Password Game and Merge video that I made, those 2 big videos, I'm surprised they're already a year old. Like, it doesn't feel like a year has passed. Like, I can remember like November 25th, like it was last week, but it's not. It was a month ago, and it doesn't feel like it's been a month, but it has. Time is flying by a little too fast, and it's like a good thing, but it's also like a bad thing. Like, I'm worried about stuff like going on, you know? Things are gonna end soon, but I don't know. I think more stuff has happened this year than last year. And looking back at the 2023 video, I don't think I really explained what I did that year, because that was a pretty big year for Left 4 Dead for me. You know, Pandemonium, Unutterable. I feel like a lot of things I've been talking about, like in the 2023 video and now, is just nobody's gonna understand what I'm talking about. Maybe some people will, but a normal person's not just gonna know what I'm talking about by Left 4 Dead, Pandemonium, or Unutterable. So it's like, the thing is, I feel like I'm making these videos only for myself, but sort of to put it out there as like, oh yeah, this is what I've been up to. Because I think it's interesting for me to talk about everything that I've done, but I feel like I make such a big thing out of it. Like, I planned to talk about a lot of things in this video, and I've sort of just scrapped all of it, and I feel kind of stupid for it, but I don't know. But 2023 was a decent-ish year. I mean, I didn't care too much for it. There were a lot of things that were going on, you know, stuff I had to worry about, and, you know, LDC went to shit. It was a bit off-putting, but I got through it, and things did get a lot better. This year is sort of the same, but I don't know. I think I'd mark off this year as an okay year. You know, compared to 2021 and 2022, those were probably the best 2 years of my life. And then you have the 2 years prior to that, 2019, 2020, which were the worst years of my life. I always talk about how I don't care about LDC and that I don't talk about it or whatever. This is hopefully the last time I'll talk about LDC ever. But in the 2023 video, I basically just talked about how the call was still going. And I feel like I want to say that this year, but I don't know. I've looked through it and I actually cannot tell if the call is still going. And I remember talking to a couple of my friends about it, and one of them said the fact that you legit can't tell if the call is still going or not truly tells about the state it's in. So I don't know. Maybe the call's still going. I've tried asking and I haven't really gotten an answer, so maybe LDC did end, but they're secretly trying to keep it going for whatever reason. I don't know. I just think it's weird to talk about. I've thought about this video for a long time, like I've wanted to make it, but I feel like I've thought about it too much, and I feel like I just don't care about this video. I don't know. It's not something I have to make picture perfect, you know? I just can sit down and talk about whatever I want. It's that simple. And I feel like I haven't talked about enough in this video, so it's like, oh right, yeah, I made I'm Angry revamp this year, and Whispers of Eternity. If you haven't seen those games, I recommend checking out Justin's video on it, because it is a really well edited, well, I edited everything, but it's a really good video, and I think you should check it out. I've had ideas for a game like that since like 2020. It's something that has a pretty big story to it, and I'm not going to say much about it. I'm not going to talk about it for a while because I feel like it loses its authenticity if I just explain stuff about the game. But it took a good amount of months to make the game, and I had a lot of ideas dating back from a couple years ago. It's definitely a really important game to me, and I'll like looking back at that too, like next year, and be like, wow, I made that, you know? I also made 6 Hours of Silence, which I'm surprised nobody's beaten. Like, I'd imagine someone at some point would beat it, but I mean, I don't know. I spent a good amount of time on that game, like just the base game and the ending, because I think the end of the game is very special. Nobody's gonna see it for a while, so oh well, you know? Yeah, I feel like that's all that's really happened this year, at least that I want to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff that I'd rather, you know, not bring up for a while. But yeah, sorry if this video felt worse or different than 2023. I had a lot of ideas for this video, and this whole video just feels like a mess to me. I don't know how to make it, and it doesn't really need to be good, but I feel like I didn't explain everything thoroughly or whatever, so I apologize, because I've really thought about just not making a 2024 video. So that's all. Let's hope 2025 is a good year, you know? Maybe. It'll be something, I don't know. Alright, that's it. Okay, I have some sort of update. I never talked about the VR. I got an Oculus Quest 2, and upon launching Oculus Quest 2, you'd be in this, like, place. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just out in the middle of almost nowhere, and there's this windy noise. It's silent, just wind noise. And sometimes I'd put the headset on, and I just kind of sit there for, like, 5-10 minutes. I don't know. It's a really nice thought I like to have. I don't know. I think it's really nice. I'll leave it like this for a moment. Alright, that's all.